Hello friends, my name is Sourav Jain. I have got All India rank 161 in this year's Civil Services examination. This was my first attempt. I am a qualified chartered accountant, so my obvious choice for optional was Commerce and Accountancy. In this particular video, I would be talking with you about what should be your strategy to clear the Mains 2017 examination. Now that the prelims are over, and I think this year's prelim was a toughest in recent years, so I also expect that the cutoff would be much lower than 116 of last year. I think it might be around 105 plus minus 2 marks. That would be my prediction about it. So for anyways, what I would suggest all of you is that you should start preparing for the mains examination. So for those also who are on the edge or below, they should also think as if they in these 4 months they should also prepare as if they are giving mains examination this year, so that they can secure their place in next year's list, right? Other than that, for those of you who have till now prepared for prelims exams only, I must tell you that my condition in the last year after the pre was also the same. Though I did the coaching at Vajiram and I partially prepared commerce also, but since I think February 2016 I solely concentrated upon the prelims part of the exam, and there means after giving the prelims exam I had no idea how would I clear the mains exam, and I was also anxious about it. But 4 months, which is the time given in this year, and last year it was only 3.5 months, so 4 months is a very good time. Comfortably you can clear the mains examination in this time. So you should what you need is to have positive attitude, perseverance and belief in your own self that you can do this, right? So now coming on to the specific parts of how should we prepare for the mains exam. So one thing that comes up naturally is how to make notes. So note making is very important in mains examination. So there are two kinds, and means e-notes versus hand notes. This is the dilemma. So I would suggest that prepare notes in any way that you are comfortable with. I personally made hand notes, but I know various people who cleared this exam this year only who made e-notes. So any way you are making notes, whatever is your comfortable area, be in that and prepare notes in that way. But in note making, what I would suggest to you people is that make notes based on themes, right? Like rather than making issue based notes, you should make theme based notes. Like women is a theme, but issues regarding women keep coming every now and then. Every day in newspapers there is some news regarding women and their rights, so you should not focus on that, but you should try to focus on women part of it, right? What are the problems that they are facing, what are the suggestions, what are the key facts regarding their present status, what are the government schemes that are being run as of now about women. And likewise you can prepare for various vulnerable sections of society, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, all these things. And health and education are perennial topic that you should prepare upon. So these things you should prepare, right? And you should have 1 page notes or whatever e notes for means ready reference data for these broad issues, covering these broad issues, I would say, right? So this one is there. Then the next issue is that what should we do about newspapers? So about newspapers, I would say that I think one should read newspapers. But personally, if I would suggest, I would tell about myself, I read newspapers for around 20 to 25 days after my prelims examination. Due to paucity of time, I switched on to seeing the videos of Rambabu sir, which comes on Insights, I think, news analysis videos by Rambabu sir. Then that is also a good alternative. But yeah, if you don't have time constraint, then you can keep reading the newspapers, whether it be the Hindu or Indian Express, right? Other than that, also for the mains examination, I also followed Insights Mind Maps, and Vision IAS Mains 365 material was also good. So all these things in notes, and I made notes out of them mostly. So for note making, I think, and other than that, I would suggest that you do multiple revisions of whatever you are making notes of, right? You should not try to cover each and everything, but try to do multiple revisions of whatever things you have read in this particular mains examination, and this should be your strategy, right? So be smart. I would say that be smart with your note making and look for the keywords and phrases, whatever is there, whatever you are reading. So these keywords and phrases comes in handy when you are writing answers. So that is very important. Now I would come to the single most important thing and essential part of clearing this mains examination, that is answer writing. For me, it is the most important part that should be done, right? It can make or break your selection, means chances in clearing the mains examination. So in mains, you should remember this thing, that you can get good score even with limited knowledge base. What you need is to put whatever you know, put those things into your words in that paper. That is most important. So with limited knowledge base also you can clear the mains examination, means what I think. And I also had 4 months time only, so I also means I was not having that much larger knowledge base, but I continued with my practice of answer writing. And some people say, why answer writing is so much important? So that the answer to that is simple, that what the examiner is not, it's not you, it's your answer copy that is visible to that examiner. You should remember this. So that way, what you can do only is to put all those things, whatever you know, in your answer copy. That would work. Whatever knowledge you are having is of no use if you are unable to put those things into your answer copy in those 3 hours on that particular day, right? So it is very important. Now the question comes that how can you write best answers? So for that, I think there is no shortcut for answer writing. As this saying goes, that practice makes a man perfect. This is perfectly suited for answer writing. So you should try to practice as much as you can in answer writing. I personally wrote answers every day, 4 to 5 questions I wrote answers to. We were a group of 4 to 5 people. That you can also make a group of 4 to 5 people to make it easier a task, answer writing. And this kind of peer pressure will make you write answers every day. So I think half of the battle you will win when you start this practice of answer writing and continue with this. So that is very important, what I think. And other than that, I should also tell you that I did not do any test series for GS papers. I only solely focused on answer writing part of it. And you can get various websites are giving daily questions like IS Baba. I think I used to follow IS Baba and Civils Daily. These 2 websites, I remember that I was used to follow these websites. So that you can do. And certainly remember that half of your battle is that you do keep continuing the practice of answer writing. That is very important. And if you are alone, then also you need not worry. What you can do is that put your answers on those websites, and there will be many people who will review those answers, and that way you can prepare, right? So and otherwise, if you are having a group, then you can have it in group, right? You can write the answers in group. So now moving on to the contents of your answer. What should be the contents? So there is some confusion among the students that whether we should write intro and conclusion or not. So I would suggest that you must write intro and conclusion. I write intro and conclusion in each and every questions that I attempt. I try to do that always. So that is there. In intro part, you can give some basic reasons behind why the question is being asked. That thing you can do in intro part, right? In body parts, what you can do is what are the positives and negatives, and you can make the balanced conclusion with a futuristic outlook. That is the which everybody tries to do. So that is there. So other than that, briefly, if I can tell you what I think should be there in your answers, what all things should be there in your answers. So I would say that you should try to address each and every demand of the question. Be as broad as you can. means yeah, you should try to cover each and everything, and whatever is not asked in the question, that also you should refer to. Means in your conclusion you can give futuristic outlook with some, means in that way you can gain some brownie points, right? And in mains you, means while writing your answers, you try to be as analytical as you can. Use your analytical skills to your best, that you can do. Try to relate different things. This is, means yeah, try to give different perspectives in your answers. You must be thinking that in 250 words how much we can do, but yeah, means with the practice of answer writing you will understand and what is working for you, what is not working for you, and which answers you wrote best and which ones you did not do good with. So I'm not saying that you should prepare for all these things, you should put all these things in one particular answer, but you should try to have the idea that one answer should have these, ideally should have these all points. One should remember these points while answering anything. And with time, if you practice continuously, this will go certainly it will go into your subconscious, and then you will write answers accordingly only, right? And also you can try to incorporate something unique in your answers if you can, if you have something, right? Means I can share with you what I did in, I scored good in GS 3 and 4. In both these papers I scored 120 and 121 respectively. So I can share with you what actually I did in GS 3 paper. I attempted only 18 questions and still I could get 120 marks, which is a decent score. So I think what I did in that particular paper was that I stressed upon the facts somewhere in some questions. If I was having some facts regarding those things, so then I put those facts, like the question regarding one LED scheme and Jan Dhan Yojana was asked. So in Jan Dhan Yojana I put out the facts of the scheme. Fortunately I remembered those things, so I put out those facts. Like in Jan Dhan Yojana, till that time around 23 crores accounts had been opened, so I put that fact and other things also. One question regarding border management was there, so I put the means name of Madhukar Gupta committee that was set up and the recommendations that were made by Madhukar Gupta committee. In the question regarding hot pursuit and surgical strikes, I means quoted the name of the book of former National Security Advisor and Foreign Secretary Shiv Shankar Menon, which is Choices, that book, and gave my arguments accordingly. So I think these things do matter, and these things are some kind of unique things. You cannot, you need not think that I can do this. Means facts of the scheme you can remember, and other than that, you can also try to focus on your other areas, whatever you are comfortable with. You remember those things, some certain important things, and put those things into, try to put those things into your answer while practicing, and then only you will be able to do it in the main examination, right? Talking to you about GS4, which is a lot of people say that they are very much confused about how should you prepare for GS4 ethics paper. So I think one thing is very clear, means one strategy that I can give you is that you first of all you try to remember by heart the syllabus that is given. There are various terms, like, so you can use them in the answers. It is means a strategy followed by many people. Other than that, by heart the meanings of those terms, whatever is the meaning of that particular term, you should remember that, and also try to remember any quote means relating to that particular term. Like attitude is there, so attitude means it is the quote goes like this, and it is your attitude, not means your personality is defined by your attitude, not your aptitude. Or it's like it's your attitude, not your aptitude, which determines your altitude. So those things you can remember. And other than that, have short examples about these whole terms that are there. The examples can be from your personal life, or it can be from any great personality's life, or from civil services perspective or civil servants perspective. You can give the examples. So these things can help in getting better marks in ethics paper, I think. So till now what I did is that I discussed with you people what things or what all things work for me. So you need not follow all these things in means as it is. You try to selectively choose whatever things you are comfortable with and what things you are best at. you try to devise your own plan and strategy. That would be, I think, each and every person has a different preparation style. So that style you need, you are the best judge for your own self. So you can decide about what strategy you need to follow, right? I remember this quote from this movie Kung Fu Panda, that there is no secret recipe. So you should remember this thing, that there is no secret recipe. You make your own ingredients, like smart study. You can do hard work, perseverance, patience, all these things. In what measure, that will be solely decided by you, in what measure you should put these ingredients into your recipe. And I think if you will go by your means, if you will think upon these things and you will make your own strategy smartly, then you will surely get through this exam, right? So I thank you for watching this video, and I wish you all the best for your all your future endeavors. Thank you once again. I'm Sourav Jain. Thank you.